Hey guys, ET Cubing, and today we have a review of the Moyu BoChuang. So the Moyu BoChuang is the newest 5x5 released by Moyu, and it is now competition to the yuxin 5x5. They have very similar outer appearances with Florian holes on both of them. They also have larger outer layers for enhanced 3x3 stage. If we take a look at the mechanism, we'll also see that they're both very similar. So I have taken out just a couple pieces in each, and we'll just have a side-by-side comparison. So as you can see, they both have this really big base on the edges, and they both have the same shape overall, except the only noticeable difference is the Moyu BoChuang has this little popped out part right here, but besides that, everything else is the same really. On the center corner pieces, they also look very similar. They both have whatever this thing is called, except the Moyu BoChuang has this little notch right here and also this. I don't know if those differences make a big difference, but I do notice that the Moyu BoChuang doesn't lock up as easily and it doesn't pop as easily. Now, the price of both these puzzles were actually pretty similar, but the yuxin 5x5 was cheaper, running at $17 from really any cube store. The Moyu BoChuang runs at about $20 from any cube store, which isn't too much of a difference, but I do think it is worth it. So now let's just check the turning style on both these cubes. Moyu BoChuang has a sandy feel. I haven't lubed or tensioned this yet because it was pretty much perfect out of the box because it turns great. It has a slightly sandy feel on the inner layers and a really smooth, sort of a crunchy feel on the outer layers. If I were to put lube in here, I bet it would become really buttery. Now, the yuxin 5x5 out of the box felt a little bit sandy on the inner layers and very smooth and crunchy on the outer layers right out of the box. It was pre-lubed from the factory a little bit, and it felt very buttery out of the box as well. My yuxin 5x5 out of the box also came with pretty uneven tensions, but the BoChuang come with fairly even tensions. If I pull apart the cubes, you can see that they're pretty much even throughout the entire puzzle. The corner cutting on each cube are actually pretty good for 5x5s. Let's actually check the yuxin first. So the yuxin, we can go about a full cubie and it'll corner cut. If we go a little bit more, it's about a cubie and a third about. It will lock up a little bit, but it's very easy to fix, unlike other Moyu 5x5s that have come out previously. The reverse corner cutting is also fairly decent on the yuxin 5x5. It does lock up when you reverse corner cut, but it doesn't lock up in solves, so that's pretty strange. The inner layers have pretty good reverse corner cutting as well. They also have about a cubie of corner cutting before they start locking up, and these lockups are a bit harder to put back. Now let's look at the Moyu BoChuang. Let's just go about a cubie and a third like what we did before. I have this on pretty tight tension, so it doesn't quite corner cut, but if I loosened it, I'm sure it would. So about a cubie and a fourth maybe. It locks up a little bit, but during a solve I don't get lockups at all. So I honestly think these are about the same corner cutting wise. First corner cutting, it also locks up like the yuxin, about half a cubie, but I'm sure it would get better if my tensions were looser. Inner layers are also very good at about 2/3 of a cubie, and these corner cut very well, surprisingly. Now the comparisons are done, so I'm going to put the yuxin 5x5 back. Now let's look at the shades on the Moyu BoChuang. So there aren't any similar shades, so that is very nice for color recognition. I have used a stickerless yuxin 5x5, and the red and the orange are very similar to me, so it actually messes with my color recognition on the yuxin. So that is about all I have to say for the new Moyu BoChuang. I would definitely recommend buying it if you are a beginner or advanced 5x5 solver. It's 20 bucks, so it's not too expensive for a 5x5. If you are really tight on money, I would say sure, get the yuxin 5x5. It's not too much worse, but I would still recommend this to anyone. The turning will probably fit anyone's turning style. I have heard complaints that you do have to align it pretty well during solves, but I haven't had any of this. People say that it locks up a lot if just one layer is misaligned slightly, but I haven't had that really because, I don't know, maybe it's just my turning style. So my overall rating for this cube is about a 9 out of 10. 1 point taken away because the reverse corner cutting isn't too great, but it hasn't really been that much of a problem. So that is all I have to say for the Moyu BoChuang. If you guys liked it, be sure to click that like button. If you guys have suggestions for videos that I want to put out in the future, be sure to put that down in the comments section. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.